Hello, welcome to the WOC Inspire Her series, where we speak to women like you and we see what inspires you and what has helped you to get to this point in your career journey. My name is Rhonda Wilson Duncan, and today I will be your host. I'm speaking with Melissa Rosario of the Hudson County Chamber of Commerce. And Melissa, let's start with you just telling us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, Rhonda, thank you for having me, joining you today. Melissa is Melissa, right? I'm an immigrant. I come from Dominican Republic to United States with the idea of pursuing a career in business and looking for opportunities. Mm-hmm. And it came to my life when I was not expecting living what I have built in the DR. Mm-hmm. And I took the opportunity. And my family and myself, we all traveled together to United States. And that's how some of the things that we are now doing here started.
Okay. So before you tell me about what you do, just tell me a little bit more about that journey. So what was life like before, coming here to America? How was it for you?
Sure. In Dominican Republic, I graduated of economics. Mm-hmm. And I was working for the electric sector and the energy sector in Dominican Republic. I was an analyst and I was managing some programming for the company that oversees the energy sector in the country. I was able to work with the Monetary Fund, the International Monetary Fund during that time, and get to do a lot of great things within the organization. And there was just a lot of community engagement, a lot of trying to make sure that the funds were managing correctly and allocated to many of the programs that were allowing people to receive the energy service. There's a lot of story about the energy situation in Dominican Republic and a lot of the countries in the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was just a little bit of the things that I did over there.
Oh, that sounds exciting. So now, two-part question. Tell me about your role now at the Chamber and how did you get there?
Good question. So when I came to United States, 2 years into establishing my life here, I started to study English at the Hudson County Community College. And I remember that when I was at the end of the ESL program, my professor told me, "Why don't you go for your master?" And I was like, "Well, I don't feel that I'm ready, to get a master's degree." And he was like, "Yes, you are. You just go and do it." So I left the ESL program with the Hudson County Community College and then started my MBA program at the NJCU, New Jersey City University. Mm. And I met who is now the dean for the School of Business. And I took a great class, remember, and he was teaching about macroeconomics. And I did a presentation. I was like, I was able to integrate business concepts into the economics, and he liked what I did. Mm-hmm. And I remember sitting with him and telling him, I'm looking for an opportunity, a place where I can grow my career. Mm-hmm. And whatever that is available, please just let me know. Mm-hmm. You know what they said, if you don't ask, you don't get.
That's right.
And I always live by that. So I asked, and he recommended me for an internship at the Chamber. And I first started at the Chamber under Anthony Shinid, who was the Director of Operation, and Maria Nieves. Anthony hired me. I remember Maria was out of training during that time. So Anthony interviewed me, and I took the position. Mm-hmm. And I started to helping Anthony with the finances for the Chamber. And then little by little, you get into finance, and you get into event planning, you get into managing program, and then as happens to every nonprofit organization, you get to do a little bit of everything. So doing a little bit of everything got me into where I am right now.
Okay. Well, she does a lot of everything.
Which is being the Director of Membership and Finance. Uh-huh. That's what the title says. But in fact, I do more than that. And I enjoy what I do at the Chamber because it gives me the opportunity to help businesses and see them grow. And I have a passion for helping others to be successful, because in my journey, my mom, she's a hustler, and she launched a business, and I saw her growing a business and being in business in the fashion industry for more than 20 years in Dominican Republic. And my dad, he's more like a career man. He's a professor at a university, but he also owns a consulting firm. Where he gets to help businesses that work primarily in the agriculture, and he does all these investigations, like that. So my family has that side of hustling and like working and helping others, and that's what I have the passion, and that's why I love to be on the chamber and seeing other businesses growing and having access to information that eventually can help them position as maybe a future corporation, or who knows, right?
Yeah.
So yes.
Well, I see that in everything you do, you bring a lot of drive and passion. And so besides seeing your parents, succeed and hustle, what drives you? Because it seems like you hustle at everything, but you do a lot of behind the scenes hustling.
I do. And the reason I do it with so much passion is because I believe that wherever you are stepping in or wherever you are managing, if you are not doing it from a point of love and from a point of giving, people will not buy it from you,
Right.
And it's not because you're expecting something. It's because I'm more willing to do businesses with people that I trust.
Right. Okay.
And you don't get to trust anybody just because, it comes from building something and seeing them hustling or thriving, right? Or managing the resources that had been allocated to them in the right way. Right. So my passion comes from seeing others thriving. That's what drives me joy. And I said that because when I see, and I'm gonna plug this in. So when so on our Tea Party, right? Many of the things that took place, all the details, they were giving away to us. They were in-kind donations.
Right.
But in those in-kind donations, there was also passion for what they were doing. And in my case, for providing them the space to showcase their skills.
Right.
So one of the ladies that donated the decor for the event, she came to me and said, I just got hired for my first wedding just because I did the centerpieces of the event. And that gave me joy because you know what? I'm providing her an opportunity and trusting that she can take her business to the next level.
Right.
And the chamber is doing that, right?
Yes.
It's not, I have to say and correct myself. It's not me. It's the chamber that is providing her the opportunity to have access to a possible contract or, visibility in the community that can give her revenue and continue growing her business. And if we can do that, that's it all.
Right,
you're
that's true.
impacting her life. You're impacting the economic growth of the county in general.
Yes, exactly.
And that's creating a buzz in the community that people is going to start trusting that us as an organization has a vision and has a passion for serving others and giving back.
Right.
And if you give back, that's going to come back to you somehow.
That's true. Well, one thing that you just said that stuck out to me was when you're talking about vision and passion. One thing that I noticed about you that I wanted to make sure that I highlighted is that you have an eye for seeing talent in individuals and helping to bring that into fruition. Where do you think that comes from? Because I see you do it all the time, and I just saw you downplay yourself and give all the credit to the chamber. Yes, the chamber does do those things, but you do a lot of those things too. Where does that come from?
I think it's a gift from God. I got to be honest. It's a gift from God, and it's the ability of seeing more than what is in front of me.
Right.
And then paying attention, paying attention to what people are saying. And sometimes you get connected to others without even then telling their story because you are just seeing through,
Yeah.
and you're seeing the possibility. And those possibilities, even though they're not showcasing themselves as they should be doing, that's what tells you the real story.
Right.
So I wanted to believe that it's not about what you're telling me. It's what about what I can see through
Yes.
in the words that you're telling me, right? Every detail that you express to me, I don't know how. I just come to me like, oh my God, that person can fit here perfectly,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it happened to be that it does.
No, really, you have that vision. That's how I see it happen. But it's funny that you see that vision in so many people. But what about yourself? Now, where do you see yourself in like the next 5 years with all these talents and experience that you bring to the table and have gained?
That's a good question because after everything we have gone through and in general, right? The last 3 years, I want to live present.
Okay.
I want to live the moment, and I want to take every opportunity that God allows me to have in front of me and enjoy that opportunity.
Okay.
Of course, if the opportunity is good, right?
That's right. That's right.
And if it's providing me the space to grow or helping others and be a resource for others, because that's more important for me. Making sure that I'm not taking from you, but that I'm giving you, and that what I'm giving you is actually something that is valuable for you, right? And it will allow you to enhance your horizons and continue growth. So for me, if you are a resource, that's it,
Right.
And you're definitely gonna see me older.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see you older as you evolve or as you become all of who you're going to be. I'm excited about that because I just see so much, that a lot of people don't get to see because, like I said, you're always behind the scenes, And I was talking to someone yesterday and they were like, Melissa, she brings so much to the table. She has to step from behind the scenes, So if you had the opportunity to have your own platform to say, this is the thing that I'm really most passionate about, what would that platform look like?
I have to tell you that I have the passion for women, right? And women empowerment. I also enjoy working for the Latino community because I'm Latina, right? Yo hablo español full. Y es mi primer lenguaje, it's my primary language. And I remember when I came here, I had to deal with a lot of lack of self-esteem because my not having the foundation necessary to position myself as I knew that I could be. Okay. And that was tied to English not being my first language. But eso se rompió. But you know what? You grow, you evolve, and you see that this country is just full of a diverse people, that they come from so many backgrounds, and there's opportunity for everyone. And if you trust yourself and you do good, that good is gonna come back, right?
Definitely.
So I definitely want to help my Latino community and provide more resources for them and give information because sometimes you don't have to create something new.
Right.
The resources, they are there.
Right, yeah.
And because of lack of information that we don't know, that we can take advantage of.
That's true.
And the third one is I would love to continue helping the next generation youth.
Okay.
I think there's an opportunity for youth, to launch businesses, to grow and do whatever they want to do. I once was, very young. I know that I look young, but that's just a gift.
Okay.
But there's a moment in your life when you finish high school and you are getting to, pursuing a degree or not pursuing a degree getting to the university that you're trying to decide what you want to do. And because you don't have a mentor or you haven't heard stories from other people that were right there where you are, then you don't know what you have to do. So I definitely want to create something where I can bring people that have gone through that stage in uncertainty and what they're gonna do, to tell them, hey, maybe you don't have to get a master or PhD.
Right.
But if you just get a foundation, the necessary foundation, you can launch a business and you can be a successful person, and do good, and be able to financially sustain your family, or travel the world, whatever you want to do. So I do. Those are the three things that I would like to focus on: women, the Latino, and then the youth. So yeah.
Well, those are really admirable things and definitely needed things. So I think that, your story alone is very inspiring to other Latino women, not just Latino women, but women, seeing you come from the Dominican Republic to get your hustle on and become all that you are right now. So I think that's really inspirational. You definitely inspire me. But who inspires you?
I have to be honest that every day I get up from my bed because of my son. I have and 10 years old, and he's my inspiration. He is only 10, but he's already thinking about opening businesses, and I want to do this and I want to do that. And I remember, and I'm gonna plug this in, I remember that it was 2 years ago, he and I are talking, and he always is listening to me speaking about the chamber and the chamber and the chamber and the chamber. And he said to me, Mommy, in order for the chamber to go to the next level, this is what he said, the chamber needs to create little chambers. And I'm like, what are you talking about, little chambers? He's like, Mommy, the chamber needs groups that are focused on specific issues for the business community. And he was only 8. And I'm like, okay, thank you for the consultation right now. So he gets me inspired every day. He is thinking about being a leader at school, and seeing what is it that he can do to fundraise funds for the school that he is at. We're trying to see how they can create programs that the students can learn about opening businesses. So he's my inspiration every day. Every day that I see him, I hustle so he can have better opportunities that I do. So.
Oh, well, believe me, he's going to be able to take advantage of all of them. He is our unofficial WOC consultant.
Yes.
Remember, he's provided us great advice at the most opportune times. We're like, wait a minute, what did he say?
It is true. He comes with these ideas.
Well, I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so he's got it honest, so that's okay. Just to wrap things up, if you had to say, if it were to be said, Melissa Rosario is, what would your story be? Because how would you like your story to be told?
Oh my God! Wow. I just want my story to be told as someone that was able to help others, and helping them to be successful. That's all I want, I want people to see through them and not focus on the roadblocks that they can find in their journey, but what is right when you cross that roadblocks, right? Right when you go over that big wall that is just being, stopping you for growing. And if you can grab the hands of whoever is next to you, making sure that I was one of those hands.
That's right.
So yes, I just want people to tell the story of someone that was selfless, and that I was able to help them grow. That's what drives me, on doing what I do. Nothing else.
Well, I think that's a good story. Actually, if I were to say your story, I would say all those things about you as well. I'm very happy to have the opportunity to interview you today. You always tell me that everyone has a story to tell, and I just find that your story is just as fascinating as the rest, and if not that much more important. And I'm glad that you shared that with me today. I'm honored to be able to sit on the other side and listen, listen to you. I've admired you. I'm a big Melissa fan, so I'm trying not to fan out, but I appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This was unexpected. It is not easy to be sitting here. But thank you. Thank you. And also thank you to the other leaders of the Women of Commerce, Jordana and Diana, for, working hard with the group and continue providing resources. I always said it's not about who is doing the work on the first line, is what is behind, right? And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the volunteers, those that actually don't own a title or any organization,
Right.
but they do the work without expecting anything on
Right.
exchange. They just do it from passion and love.
Sure, that's
and that's
right.
what make a great community.
You're right.
A great organization as well.
That is it. And that's what makes those people want to come and volunteer and donate those things, because you all recognize that, and I think some people are just wanting to be seen at some point, like seen for who they are, respected and appreciated. And that's one of the things I could say I admire about you and the WOC. It's a group of women supporting women, bringing out the best in each other. And I think, if anyone hasn't had a chance to experience us, you need to come to one of our meetings and see the WOC. It's women supporting women. So thank you. Again, my name's Rhonda Wilson Duncan, and I'm glad to have this opportunity to interview Melissa Rosario.